Welcome to Insight Builder channel, large language model automators, Python experts, and my dear friends. Bringing LLM powered bot to Telegram. Powering Telegram bot with LLM math chain that is part of LangChain. The goal: develop a Telegram bot that can provide reply to human messages, that is natural language messages, by using large language models that is available like Text Da Vinci. The steps to achieve. So we are going to develop a bot inside Telegram. We have to first of all understand how Telegram works and how the Telegram API that is going to connect the Telegram interface with our script is going to work. We need to understand that. After that, we need to create a new bot inside the Telegram, and then we need to get the API key for that bot. We need to learn how to interface with that bot and how to get the bot to reply based on the data it gets from the large language models. This is the crucial step. This step is actually crucial, but actually the most simplest. So you'll see see how simple it can get if you understand LangChain, because most of the heavy lifting is actually done by LangChain. What the bot does is just takes the reply from the LangChain primitive, that is the reply that we get from LLM math chain, and then provides the reply to the user. So the Telegram, the interface as well as the API, Telegram API acts as a display, or acts as a output device for the replies that we get from the large language models. After we understand that, we need to script the bot with LLM math chain. We need to initiate a chat with the bot inside Telegram, and then we need to check the outputs. Now, after you complete all the 6 steps, you know how to work with Telegram bot, you know how to work with getting the replies from the large language models and interfacing with Telegram bots, correct? After that, you can try and extend it. So there are lots of things one can try and work with the Telegram bots, because the imagination is can be taken to the skies. Already inside Telegram itself, there are so many different bots without even using artificial intelligence or large language models. By using simple Python code and front-end codes, they have developed extraordinary bots inside Telegram. So when it is linked with the large language models, the power of these bots are going to only increase. With that said, the final step is for you guys to search for new challenge. This is something that you'll find a lot inside Telegram, I am telling you. So it is one of the fertile area for connecting large language models, doing a lot of automation, and providing, if we can connect the large language models and get text replies, then think about it. We can still get pictures out of it. We can connect stable LLM. We can connect the other picture related large language models and artificial intelligence models. You can do speech synthesis also. You can speak to the bot and get the replies. So the procedure will be all the same. Finally, whatever you are going to give the input to the bot is going to process it in the Python script. The Python script is going to connect with the language models or vision models, and then it is going to send the output back to the user. This process is going to be same, but how are you going to do it? How are we going to work on the logistics of the data? That is our main challenge. In case of the coding, what we are going to do is, Telegram API is pretty simple. The Python Telegram API that is available is extremely simple. The example that is going to be discussed in this particular video is based on the first example that we see in the documentation of the Python Telegram API. So I will show it to you in a couple of minutes. But before that, the idea of sharing this ways of interfacing with large language models, trying it with various kinds of application that is present in the real world and that we use day in and day out, is the purpose is for you guys to open your creativity and open your overview of what is going on in the real world. The idea here is that, giving an overview is different. So you can read about it and you can see that in lot of places. But to really understand how the magic is conjured, how the magic is enabled. That is pretty interesting. And to create magic, you have to practice a lot. And I always insist that my videos are always set up in such a way that you can practice by just looking at these videos. Okay, this video is going to be a little bit different because it's going to take a little bit of a load on you. So let me tell that to you why in a moment. Just a minute. Let us go to the browser. If you are new to large language models, LangChain related topics, then I would suggest that take a look at this particular playlist in my YouTube channel. You can come up to speed in no time. Especially this video, you can get a full overview on LangChain in no time. Why I am telling you this is because the next step that we are going to do is that we are going to understand what is Telegram. We are going to understand the Python API for Telegram, and then inside the Python API, we are going to use LangChain only. So for that, you must have the understanding of LangChain. That's why I'm insisting on that part. There are lots of different discussion that has been taken into this particular playlist. So take a look at that. It will be very helpful for you. Now going to Telegram. If you are new to Telegram, at least for this particular video, install Telegram and use it only for see what is the possibility, right? At least for that, install Telegram and try to work out this particular example. You will understand the possibilities that this particular medium provides. Now, this is something that you guys have to install. Next comes the Python Telegram bot library. So this particular library has got recently revamped a lot, and they have a very good starting examples. So if you just go to this particular link and you go for the quick start, you will see that there is a tutorial called your first bot. This particular tutorial itself is sufficient for you guys to come up to speed and start using LangChain in the Telegram bot. So this tutorial itself is sufficient. So let me go into the tutorial and directly dive into it right now, because the point I want to make here is that by just following this tutorial itself, you can come up to speed. You can complete this entire video. Okay, just a minute. I am zooming in. So here it says that you need to get the access token. If you have to get the access token from BotFather. So I will show you how to get the access to the BotFather, and then we will come to this tutorial. Okay, let us go to Telegram interface. So here, before we actually start working on the BotFather process and all those stuff, I want to show you something which is pretty neat. Let's clear the history. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say start. The moment I say start, this is a bot window. This particular window that I'm using currently is the bot window. The font is small. Sorry about that, because the setting is in such a way. I hope that you guys can see it. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I have zoomed in a bit. So initially you can see what is going on here. Then I can change it. So here the bot is telling that it's a math professor and it wants to have a math conversation with me. So I will ask, okay, how much is 258 times 2568? So I'm just asking something random, and I'm doing it purely in human language. I'm not using any other method. So just a moment. Okay, I'm restarting the bot again. So I'm starting the discussion with the bot again, and I'm asking what is 258 times 226,578. So I'm just asking this in natural language, and I'm going to get the answer directly from the bot itself. So how is this possible? So what is the steps that is taken for getting such a reply from the bot? This is what we are going to understand next. So with that said, I would like to go to BotFather. Okay, this is where we actually get the bot started. So as the example told you, that you need to first of all ask the BotFather for the new bot. So we start by asking the new bot to BotFather, and it says that okay, give me the name, give a name for the new bot. So I am going to say that I will give a name as teletutor 1. Okay, I hope that, yeah, so no one has taken this particular username, and after this it will ask me to give the username for this bot. This is the name of the bot, but there is a username that is different again. So that username should end with the word bot actually in the end. After you create such a bot, you'll have a couple of bots available with you. So we can see that you can check the available bots if you use the command mybots, and already I have 2 bots here. And this bot that you see here, rt21-bot underscore bot, this is the one that I am interfacing with right now. So this is what you saw here. And if you want to get the details about this bot, you can just do a right click on it, and you can you can click here. So if you click here, you will see the so what I'm trying to show here is that you can go to this particular window at the top. Let me reduce the window size for a moment. So if you click here, you will get this kind of a pop-up, and you can see the name of the bot. Let us go to the BotFather again, and if you want to get the API token of this particular bot, you can click on this in this button, and you will get the API token. That particular API token is what we need when we want to connect from our Python script to the bot and to the Telegram interface. And all the bots will have inside the Telegram, it will be given a separate page. So from that page you can initiate the bot also. So for an example, I will give the username for the bot, right? So if I click on okay, let me do one thing. Let me go to the bot list back, and let me click on the earlier one. And if I click on this particular link, I'll be opening. So this example 3.bot will get opened, and I can click on start here, and that will start the actual conversation with the bot. So this is how the entire process happens, right? So you can actually go through this, do a little bit of a practice to understand how to create the bots. You can easily delete the bots also. So there is no issue if you how many times you create the bot and delete the bot. So if you click on here, it will ask you a couple of times that you want to delete or not. So say that you want to delete, and the bot will be deleted. Now if you go to the bot list back, you will see there is only one bot available. So creating and deleting bot is as simple as that, clicking a couple of buttons. So you don't need to really worry about that. Now let us go back to the presentation. So we saw how to work with basic Telegram, and how to initiate the bot, and how the output is coming. So we saw that right now. But we don't know how you guys still don't know how the actual scripting is done, how the script is connected. So next we will see that. Let us go to the browser. Just a minute. So we are in the browser where we are discussing this particular step. And once you understand and how to create the bot, etc., then you can start following this particular example till the end. Don't worry about large language models. Don't worry about LangChain or anything. Just complete this example first. Okay, and ensure that you understand each, and you don't need to even understand. So forget about understanding. So ensure that you can get the output that is required from the bot. That is very important. So once you are able to follow up on this example with proper output, then we can go to the next step. So anyway, here there are a couple of additional steps that they have shown to use inline mode, etc. But we cannot use inline mode. That will not work. I tried it. Inline mode is actually creating other challenges. Because in case of Telegram, everything is async. That is, it is all asynchronous updates that we get from the Telegram interface and to the Python interface. So what happens is, whenever the user is typing, and if you are going to use inline method, then whenever he types, it actually enters he or she types, it actually comes to your script. So it becomes very difficult for us to manage it. So using inline command mode or inline mode will not work. So anyway, but in this example, you try it out and complete it. But the example that we will follow is called as echobot.py. So this particular example, after you have completed that first bot, you can come to this example. You will see that there is one command, there is one function where it says, it just echoes it takes the input, it takes the user message, and it simply echoes it back. Okay, so this particular function, you see it here. It is already zoomed in. So in order to echo the message back, so this is the user message, that is update.message.text. This is the user message, and in order to echo the message back, the method that is used is update.message.reply text. Now, all we need to do is, instead of actually sending the update.message.text, we need to send the reply that is coming from large language model. This is the key point that I wanted to tell you guys. Once you understand the entire Telegram setup, right? As I told you, Telegram message window is just a interface for with the user and the system like large language model or the server, Telegram server, or with another chat user, and also the bot. Now, whenever the bot is going to reply, it is going to be through reply_text, and this reply_text is going to take the reply from the large language model. For that, we have to just follow this particular steps. You don't need to worry about this particular lines. This is just there to check the versions, and then we import all the necessary modules that is required for Telegram, but also we need to import the necessary modules required for LangChain also. So you need to install LangChain, you need to install OpenAI, tick token, and rest of the required libraries for LangChain to work appropriately. And I will be showing the code in a moment. Just a minute. The code for this particular Python script that I'm talking about is already updated in the GitHub repo, the usual GitHub repo that I always upload all my code. It is under conversation_ai.py. Just a minute. So this is the code that you'll be following. This is the code that is getting executed at the backend. So here you need to update the bot token. So this is where you update the bot token. Just a minute. And this is where you update the OpenAI key. So anyway, this OpenAI API key has been removed from the server, so you don't need to worry about it. So this is where you need to update your OpenAI API key. Once you do that, you see this line. So these are the lines that actually connect the Telegram bot and this script to OpenAI large language model. So I'm using the LangChain LLM math chain here. I'm importing LLM math chain, and I'm using TextDaVinci model here, OpenAI model, temperature equal to 0. This is very important. And then I'm calling the LLM math chain. What I'm doing next is, so scroll down. So all these steps, this is a command that I'm using to tell the user that, okay, this is a bot named Math Professor, and we can have math discussions. And then I am also giving a bot reply function. So this bot reply function is what doing the heavy lifting. So the bot reply will get the user name. So first of all, that will do that. You can use update.message.fromUser. It will give the username, and using that username, we can actually log the username also. The point here is that the user has to input a text. So if the text is not equal to empty space, then the next step will happen. That is, it will call the LLM math.run, and in the LLM math.run, the update.message.text, that is the text given by the user, is sent to the LLM math chain, and the LLM math chain will connect with the large language model and do the necessary calculation, and then it will reply, right? So this reply will be assigned to LLM_reply inside the Telegram, this particular Python script. And the reply, this particular function will do the final return, that is await update message.reply_text with the LLM reply. So this is what the entire process is. And so you can do how many ever text chat you want, because at the end of the day, the entire interface between this particular Telegram script and the OpenAI server has been abstracted away by the LangChain. So you don't need to worry about how is the memory taken care, whether the answer will come out right. All these things are taken care by this lines, right? And if you are instead of using LLM math chain, if you are going to use some other kind of a chain, and if you want to interface with an agent, if you want to interface with some a little more complicated steps, then you can actually do that. And then finally the bot or this particular script is going to do the same thing, that it is going to come here and do a reply.text, right? This is the step that is the script and the Telegram API is going to follow. Yeah, we are working with text, so that's why I'm talking about reply_text. To work with pictures, to work with other forms of media, there is a totally different steps we need to follow that I'm not going to discuss here. Let us go back to the browser for a moment. As I was explaining, let us go back to the presentation for a moment. So as I was explaining, the idea is to go through this process, like how to create a new bot, how to learn how the bot uses the LLM replies. So I showed you how it uses, and how to go through the example process. And then we scripted. The script in case of Telegram bot was actually pretty simple. We are taking the existing example and just we are adding some additional LangChain related primitives, and then we are taking that reply from the LangChain primitive and sending it to the user. So this is not actually complicated at all. Once you understand the internal processes, then scripting these kinds of bots are going to be pretty simple. And then we initiate the chat with the bot that we saw in the beginning itself. So before we even started this process, I showed you that entire process, how it is being done, and we checked the outputs. And also I showed you, I right now spoke to you about the way you can extend this example by using various other forms of media, other forms of other forms of chains inside LangChain. You can use agent executor. You can try to work with vector stores to store the messages that is happening inside the chat. You can do a lot of interesting stuff once you understand how to get the input from the user, how to process it, and then how to send the output to the user. These are the 3 steps that you need to clearly understand. Just to reiterate, let us go back to the browser. So you see here that this particular function gets the user detail from user. It gets the user detail and it gets the user input, and then it processes the user input using this LLM math run, and then it sends the user output. So it sends the output to the user. So all this step is actually happening in this one particular function, and this one particular function is created sent into message handler class, and you see that here. So you see that bot reply, it is sent into message handler class, and that message handler is added to the application, and this application is actually the bot that is connected to the Telegram server using this token. This token will be changed, so you need to put the API token here. So the setup is very simple. So I don't know about the earlier how the Telegram API was or how complicated it was, but currently the API has been totally revamped and it's pretty simple. And start working on these, start practicing on Telegram, and I'm pretty sure that you will come with very good challenging ideas with Telegram, and you can start extending this example. And the most important point I always say is that you have to practice a lot. And I hope that you like this particular video. Do leave a like and share it with others. The technology is new, and many people will be wondering in near future we may not be knowing whether the artificial intelligence is chatting with us or whether a human is chatting with us. Right now, whatever you saw, just a moment, let us go to the bot master. So right now what you have seen in this particular video itself, you must be wondering, okay, is this really, if there is no reply like this, so there is no reply, here it is clearly telling answer equal to 6068, just a minute, 6,857,124. The answer, it is mentioning as if it is coming from a computer. But what if I had programmed it in such a way that it is replied by a person? So I can do that, right? If you are aware of LangChain, if you are aware of the various prompts that you can create in LangChain, we can make it to sound and formulate the sentences in such a way that it is coming from an expert math professor, or it's coming from the output is coming from the expert calculator. Whatever ideas we want, we can actually implement in LangChain. That's the idea that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that you liked it. Do leave a like and share it with others. Subscribe to my channel for further updates on similar kind of integration that is making automating with AI, bringing the future to the present. At the end of the day, it all starts with the present, right? So we need to innovate in the present so that we can make the future bright. So with that said, I would like to come to the close of this video with 4 words as usual, that is practice, 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 practice. Hope this video is helpful. See you guys. Have a great time.